Hi everyone, welcome back. I'm Chris, I'm from Siberia. My husband and I moved here to Mauritius. And today you're going to see how locals eat Russian svikolnik, how we were playing in domino while we were visiting the beach house, wonderful news which we got, and our first family tradition on Saturdays. First of our favorite Portuguese.
Прошло ровно 2 недели с того момента, как мы ездили в Порт-Луис и в паспортный стол. С того момента ничего не произошло, поэтому сегодня мы едем туда снова развлекать себя поездками на автобусе.
Nothing changed, but I'm still wondering where is my visa? I need to stay here. So yeah, we're going. Ром. Keep going!
Ура!
We were told that we got premium visa. Today, in a while, we will have it. If you're wondering to know how to get premium visa, I will say it's not difficult. You just need to have round-trip ticket, medical insurance, valid passport, reservation or agreement of renting a house or hotel, and bank statement. Visa is free. You don't have to pay anything. Just translate your documents beforehand. Cleaning service is included in the price of our house. And every Saturday morning, the maid lady comes, and at this time we have a tradition: go on a picnic to the ocean and read a book for each other. Bonjour! Мы не знаем, на кого, когда и почему можем повлиять. Но во всяком случае до тех пор, пока будущее не пожрет настоящее, узнаем, когда уже слишком поздно. Но люди, обладающие способностью жить в прошлом, не знают, какое ему уготовано будущее. We were waiting locally even more to go and visit our local friends at the Layer Beach House. But it was raining for a while. Of course, it's Mauritius. And eventually, I'm sharing our adventure with you. PALMAR Beach, located is in the east of Mauritius, and it's one of the longest beaches of the island. Cool breezes, ocean waves stroking the shore, rock formation, green grassland, and turquoise blue lagoon make the beach a hot spot for visitors on the eastern side of Mauritius. The sand here is completely different. It's so softy. That is why the locals got used to call this part of the island golden powder.
I guess it's the perfect point for the sunset, right?
No, because you are in the east.
Ugh.
The perfect point is in the west.
When I pray, I say thank you because you don't choose where you want to be. First, I'm happy to live here because it's very calm. Extra, there's no word. You see everything that's happening around you, and you say, "Oh my God, these poor people! Nobody knows.
Exactly.
Nobody knew.
Yeah.
Like, nobody would know. You know, look at Jegogasha, which is not far from Mauritius. It's not far. You don't know what tomorrow is going to be like. This is why we have to live now and say thank you because we don't know what's going to happen one day.
Roma, tell please everyone what did we prepare for.
Для наших французских мауритийских друзей свой корень. Не то, что мы сами сделали, сварили селку, готовили все ингредиенты.
Special woman cut everything.
Которая работает дома у наших друзей. Она все это порезала и выложила в общую большую тарелку. Сейчас мы будем смотреть на реакцию.
How would I put this? You clean spoon. I put this in there, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Favorite food is beetroot. Okay, I think it's good.
Hein? Combien? C'est bien, ça. C'est pas devenir gros avec ça, hein?
I love the beach house. It's nice. Unbelievable. You see? Not yet, I'm waiting for Roma. If you disagree with us that Mauritius is like a paradise, don't subscribe.
The colors are very nice.
Yeah.
Every time the colors of the sky is different. Every day.
Goes to
So, okay, Marlene and Marlene, why do you love Mauritius?
Because of the beach, because the weather is great, because it's never cold, and the people are always smiling,
And the food is good.
and the food is good, and the weather is beautiful, and we love people. Love people.
I agree. Okay, this proposal or in the roof of the St. Petersburg?
Very interesting. So you have here, musical here.
What's your opinion? Is it better in Russian?
It's better in
Yeah, but
it's more beautiful.
I agree.
I like.
We have a question. What is the situation about the education system?
Ask him the question. Better ask
Oh.
everyone.
That's good. That's okay. You know, in Mauritius, all the universities, French or English, are present here. Today, even myself, I went to France 30, 50, 40 years ago, and I have a double master's from a top French university. That university made these masters in Mauritius. But when you go to an employer, you say, it's from French universities. They regard it as the same. Today, education now is just shit.
And the self-care system?
Hospitals, it's okay. It's not the best. It's okay if you pay. It's good if you have a good insurance. Pas de dégraisser comme si tu tiens là toutes les bactéries.
No?
Are they arguing with each other?
We're talking about
You're talking about cleaning the barbecue.
cleaning the barbecue. So I bought something from Australia. Let me explain.
She says, you have to clean. I said, then somebody,
No.
some
Let me
says,
explain.
don't
You know
clean.
how manic I am. This barbecue, each time we finish, we have to clean.
Roma, do you recognize myself?
Each time I clean.
They cook, they eat, and then clean. It takes 3 hours.
I brought that from Australia, which is a special thing to cook on. Now I do this, and you will see. My son, every day he will cook on this in
Moi
France.
aussi, j'ai eu à la
And
maison, mais j'ai pas encore.
you know what?
Le
He said, no. I don't keep it.
For many times you can use it, reuse it, or just
You clean,
Already?
I have to clean. And just wash it and leave it. And when it's finished, you have to turn like this. You never have to crease it.
Oh la la.
What to do? She will cry at me because I have on my shorts your short look at the t-shirt.
I couldn't clean it.
Yes.
Being here really touched my heart.
As expats, it can be challenging to adapt ourselves in a new culture, new rules.
But spending time with our local friends has been an incredible way to do that. We're so grateful for their hospitality and for the opportunity to experience Mauritius in such a unique and unforgivable way.
I have youth. I can imagine how lucky I am now, how happy I am now, because I can't just believe that it had happened. Really? We got visa extension. What do I feel right now? It's unusual seeing something beforehand. While I was studying in university in Irkutsk, I was dreaming, I was like wishing to have some, experience. What does it mean to have another experience which you're not got used to from your childhood? That's why I started learning English. That's why now I start learning Spanish. That's why ex-relationship didn't make me happy, because we weren't matched. We weren't dreaming about common things for each other. No, really? Like this is my last now? So my wish for everyone, to make your dreams come true. Cheers. And as I promised to send letters, we're choosing 2 persons.
Stay tuned!